Buenos dias.
Hello, my name is Kyle Tobias.
And my name is Brian Kenny.
And welcome to Horizons.
Today on Horizons, we're talking about Hispanic Heritage Month. Hispanic Heritage Month spans from September 15th to October 15th.
We're going to be talking about things like Hispanic cuisine as well as Hispanic music.
We'd also like to take a moment to thank all of the Spanish teachers that work to help open a door to not only a new language, but a whole new world of rich culture.
We also like to thank all the ESL teachers who work to help our Spanish-speaking students to connect and feel comfortable within the school.
We have a lot in store to celebrate our Hispanic students, including stories relating to Hispanic culture and why it feels good to be a part of it.
We're also talking about food and the kind of impact it has within Hispanic culture.
Altogether, we are very excited to show you what these proud students had to share about their Hispanic pride.
And now, here are some students to wish you a good morning.
Buenos días del Caso y feliz mes de los hispanos.
Good morning. Have a great day.
Buenos días del Caso. Que tengan un bonito día.
Buenos días, happy Hispanic Heritage Month, and good morning to y'all.
Buenos días del Caso.
Buenos días, happy Hispanic Heritage Month.
Buenos días, happy Hispanic Heritage Month.
Good morning, everybody, indeed.
So, Kyle, with the theme of our episode being Hispanic heritage, I was wondering if you have a favorite dish, maybe something with sentimental value or something you eat when you feel down?
Well, as a kid, my mom used to always make empanadas. And I don't know when to eat it, things just feel easier and I just feel a little calmer.
More on that after this quick commercial break.
The Wellness Center is an opportunity for students to come and take care of themselves during the school day. So that means it's confidential. Adults certainly have a little bit more life experience to kind of pull from. Adolescents usually are finding, more and more challenges with the unknown and where am I going? If you're just curious, we'll be more than happy just to kind of show you around and give you some information about what the Wellness Center is.
Culinary arts program is well known in Del Caso for the cafe where students and staff are able to buy various foods and baked goods. They even cook food for events around Del Caso. During homecoming, they prepare different foods such as burgers, fries, chicken tenders, and more. They even bake cookies. You just have to place an order, then pick it up at the end of the school day. Make sure to keep your receipts to confirm your order. If anything about the culinary program interests you, make sure to come by room B100 for more information.
So Brian, back onto the topic of food. Have you ever tried authentic Hispanic cuisine?
Not yet, but I always either hear about it or see pictures and it just looks so good. I'm excited to try some eventually.
Well, you're going to be seeing even more of it later in today's episode. But for now, we have to get to the shop tip.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. Over to the shop tip of the week now.
Hi, my name's Elisa Michelle Covington. I'm a Del Caso senior and medical assistant. I drink about 5 to 6 cups of water a day. The recommended amount is 6 to 8 cups per person. And water is essential to the human body and the human anatomy. It has a lot of beneficial factors.
And welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Mr. Fig, and he's going to talk about his culture and everything that goes on with it.
What's up, y'all? Well, I grew up in Puerto Rico. I'm 100% Puerto Rican. From the island, big power.
So what have you noticed differently living there versus living here now?
It's huge. it's a big difference. In Puerto Rico, it's all about being a family. It's all about having that one-on-one connection, In PR, it's all, you can literally go to your neighbor's house and be like, yo, what's up? And they'd be like, come over for dinner. Here, it's completely different. Here, everybody's doing their own thing.
What do you think was like the biggest culture shock coming here versus there? Because I imagine there was a lot of stuff that was like, wow, like what is happening right now?
Yeah. I think one of the biggest things for me at least is the food. Us Puerto Ricans, everybody knows, we love food all the time. We love to eat. I think when we come here, it's all about fast food. It's all about what can we eat quick, because it's a faster pace of life.
Yeah.
In Puerto Rico, it's all slow. In Puerto Rico, it's all family oriented. It's, yo, I'm about to go to my grandma's house and have a big meal. I'm gonna go to my friend's house and her mom's gonna cook, or his mom is gonna cook. And here is more so like, all right, I'm working all the time. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Like, what can I do? Like, what can I eat? That's our biggest thing. Puerto Ricans love food. So I think that is one of the biggest culture shocks, other than obviously the beaches. Here you have to drive 2 hours to go to the beach. Over there it's 20 minutes down the road. Yeah, that's the best.
Is there anything like, so you said food, like, is there any kind of foods that you make regularly that, like, you know, is kind of like a comfort thing, or it's like that reminds you of when you used to live back there?
Ooh, that's a good one. There's a couple things. There's something that's called a pastel. It's like if you're Mexican out there, or if you know of a Mexican friend or whatever, it's very similar to a tamal, but it's not cornmeal. I think that's what a tamal is made of. It's made of mushed plantains and all root vegetables. So yuca, potatoes, melons, pumpkins, things like that are in this pastel, and it's filled with pork or chicken usually. It's very soft. So that with white rice, or that with, y'all call it Spanish rice, but we call it yellow arroz con gandules. It's basically just yellow rice with pigeon peas in it. Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
I think that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you, Mr. Fig, for coming and talking about everything. I appreciate you. I'm sure that the people at home are happy to learn. And yeah, I just hope that you and everybody at home has a great day.
See you guys.
Drama Club is famous for putting on some phenomenal plays, but it isn't just the actors that make the magic happen. Tech plays a big part in Drama Club's productions. The lights, the sounds, the curtain calls, they do it all. And the more tech we have, the bigger productions we can do. That's why Drama Club is looking for new tech, and there are many opportunities that come with it.
You could be a stagehand, spotlight operator, run concessions, or soundboard operator. Please contact Mr. Tiberi, the Student Activities Coordinator.
That was such an insightful conversation. I really feel like I learned something.
Hispanic culture is really amazing. It affects so many people in the world and gives out so many people to relate to.
And that actually brings us to the first story of the day, where we will be talking to Hispanic students about their culture and what makes them happy to be a part of it.
Over to you, Nelson.
It is now Hispanic Heritage Month. We're here to interview other Hispanic students to know they're proud to be Hispanic.
I'm Mexican, and we have many different traditions, like we do quinceañeras, we have Day of the Dead.
I'm Puerto Rican, and our culture, we do quinces, los tres reyes, and we do very big parades.
I'm Mexican, and my culture the Cinco de Mayo, Día de los Muertos. Hacemos una carne asada cuando lo sentimos.
Any Spanish music like bachata, reggaeton, norteñas, cumbias, and stuff like that.
From where I'm from, we like listening to cumbias, bachatas, merengue.
The number one story that I heard is La Llorona, which is basically this wife. She had 2 kids and her husband cheated on her with some other girl, and she drowned the 2 kids and then she felt guilty. She drowned the 2 kids in a river and then she felt guilty.
Las Momias de Guanajuato, which is like a museum where they have like different types of momias, real ones, and they have like different background stories. Like they have baby ones, from grandma ones, old ones, different types.
We had el cucuy, which they would use to scare the children whenever they're doing something bad. Like when we're outside, like el cucuy's gonna get you.
Some traditions and holidays is the pan de rosca, where it's like you get together with your family It's like a bread and it's filled with babies, and you try not to get the baby. Or because if you do, it's like you pay for the food or you make the food or something like that.
Dia de Independencia, which just was a couple days ago. This Saturday that just passed, we had a party with my family, and we just had a cookout, had different types of food. We were listening to music and all that.
This concludes this segment. Now passing it to Brian and Kyle.
I agree. Listening to these students talk about their experience with their culture is so interesting.
Wait a minute. Didn't you say earlier that there was going to be something more about food?
Funny you should say that, because that's actually what our last story is about.
And that means we'll be back with Cesar after this quick commercial break.
Drama Club is renowned for putting on phenomenal plays year after year. The club promotes creativity in acting and being original. With the graduating classes, Drama Club is always looking for newcomers to fill in for roles. If you want to join a club that promotes creativity and connections through acting, then Drama Club is for you. If you're interested in joining Drama Club, talk to Mr. Tiberi in the Student Activities Office.
As a student of Del Castle Technical High School myself, I understand how hard it is to choose only one shop. Might I suggest sheet metal? As a part of Del Castle's sheet metal program, you will make and install sheet metal ducts for air conditioning, learn about heating and ventilation systems, kitchen equipment, and much more. During your time at Del Castle, you will be able to co-op doing metal work, which opens pathways to things like high-paying mechanic jobs and unions. Does sheet metal sound like the right choice for you? You can contact Mr. Fitzgerald by calling 995-8128 or by going to room A125 for more information.
Happy Hispanic Heritage Month, everyone. Today we'll be talking about Hispanic dishes, whether it be home/comfort foods, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Here are some students that will talk about their favorite home/comfort foods.
I like eating arroz con chachicha or arroz con gandule. That's like yellow rice, and it's arroz con gandule is a bean basically that you put in the yellow rice. Or I like having arroz con chachicha, which is yellow rice with like basically like these little sausages that you put in the rice.
I like what we eat for Christmas, arroz con gandules, perniz y coditos. That's my favorite.
Culture food has to be tamales. I like the rojos. I love them. Low-key, little fun fact, I don't like the green ones. I know a lot of people be hating on that, but I don't like the green ones. I just like the red ones.
Comfort foods that I enjoy eating are quesadillas or baleadas.
Now students will be talking about what they like to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Lunch, I like to have a tripleta, which is, it's a sandwich, and there's 3 different kinds of meat that's in the sandwich. So there's pork, there's pernil, and then there's ham in there. And there's also like lettuce, tomatoes, basically like your vegetables, and then you can put mayo in it, and then there's these little chips that you put in there. They look like French fry chips, and you put those in there, and it's like a big sandwich.
Foods from Honduras, very popular ones are baleadas, Honduran pupusas, or enchiladas, or pollo con tajadas.
Now on to Brian and Kyle.
Now I am so hungry for some fajitas.
Yeah, with some rice, muy delicioso.
From September 15th to October 15th, Hispanic Heritage Month is celebrated. Throughout the 31 days, we recognize how Hispanic and Latino communities have influenced and contributed to American society.
I love learning about other cultures, especially their foods, music, sports, and so much more.
I didn't realize how diverse Hispanic culture was.
There are so many Hispanic-speaking countries with so many different celebrations that are unique to each country.
Well, that's all for today's episode of Horizons.